Our episode starts with Jason looking to break the bench press record at the youth center until Zach, for some inexplicable reason, is cruising around the place on a skateboard, which I'm pretty sure is against the rules of the place. And he skates right into Kimberly, who was blowing a big gum bubble, thus breaking Jason's concentration. I know it was supposed to be for the sake of the joke, but why was he skateboarding in a gym? For one thing, there's not even enough space to really make it practical, and also, was it really too much for him to take it to a more appropriate place like a skate park? You can't tell me a city as 90s personified as Angel Grove somehow doesn't have a skate park. After seeing this debacle while engaging in her favorite pastime of spying on teenagers, Rita deduces that Jason has self-confidence issues and concocts a plan to use this flaw by separating him from the others by having the Rangers deal with the MOW, while Jason fights Goldar on his own. Finding character flaws and exploiting them for a forthcoming battle. Even though I already know how this is going to end, I can't fault Rita for being clever. Back at the center, Zach apologizes for his bubble gum faux pas earlier, which again could have been easily avoided if he just went to a skate park. Jason and Kim accept it, but Jason still feels bummed about not being able to break the record and how it might make people think he's the kind of guy who doesn't see things through. We then find out that, somehow, the bench record he was trying to break was Bulk's. Okay, time out! I'm sorry, but how does the record belong to him if he's so flipping fat? I thought it would belong to someone who looked like either, I don't know, Arnold Schwarzenegger or Lou Ferrigno. Bulk gives him crap for it, but Jason manages to get his way out of it with some tickling and a quick stomp, which results in finding out that Bulk is a boxer's man. Zordon then calls the three to tell them Rita sent the putties and the MOW, King Sphinx, to the park. So one quick transformation later, and they arrive at the park with Squat and Babu watching the fun from the bleachers. During the battle, Kim comes to the belief that there's something more to this attack, which King Sphinx confirms before flapping his wings and sending her back to the youth center. Specifically right on the balance beam. That is some precise wing flapping. After Zack attacks Squat and Babu, King Sphinx does the same to him, and he also ends up on the balance beam, leaving Jason to fend for himself.
That was really weird.
The mythological monarch teleports Jason to the middle of nowhere where they continue their fight. I do have one slight nitpick to make with this scene. Right here. It seems like K has swung his rod at Jason, and it's supposed to look like he hit him. But it doesn't even look like it made contact. Not to mention, the impact sparks have a very noticeable delayed reaction to the rod strike. Goldar shows up to give the Sphinx an unfair advantage against Jason. Jason gets in a hit, and Rita decides to throw her wand to Earth to make his problems even bigger. Zack and Kimberly drive their way to Billy's place to tell him and Trini about Jason's situation. They teleport to the command center where Alpha has got a lock on Jason's location, and Zordon tells them about the power crystals, which can act as a way to keep track of everyone and withdraw power from the Morphin grid. Okay, this is the second time Zordon sprung on them something they really should have been briefed on earlier in case something like this did happen. Alpha sends the crystals to somewhere near Jason, and seeing the opportunity this presents for him to level the playing field, he uses them to have the other Rangers help him out, and then calls on the Zords to make things even by forming the Megazord. After tank mode proved to not be effective, since when is it ever, that means breaking out the battle mode, which prompts this response.
Oh yeah!
After a quick switching back and forth between modes, the Megazord shoots its own version of the Ultra Beam at Goldar and Sphinxy, the latter of whom starts doing the wing flapping thing. With how it was able to send Zack and Kim onto the balance beam at the youth center earlier, yeah, that's something they're gonna want to avoid. The Rangers call down the Mega Power Sword to end King Sphinx's reign and make Goldar say, "Oh no, I don't want none of that!" Again. Sigh. Back at the youth center, Jason is just about to break the bench record, and he does, with Ernie getting a last-minute cake to commemorate this moment. With his surprising record broken, Bulk declares that he will get it back. He quickly changes his tune once he hears there's cake and demands to get the first piece. Which he does. episode was pretty solid aside from my hang-up with Zordon waiting for the moment Jason was about to get stomped by Sphinxie and Goldar. Look, I'm sorry if that's something I keep harping on with him. It's just a major pet peeve of mine to not be told about something beforehand. Unless it's something extremely risky, why wait that long to tell someone about it? Alpha sends the crystals somewhere near Jason, and seeing the opportunity this presents for him to level the playing field, he uses them to have the... Alpha sends the crystals to somewhere near Jason, and seeing the opportunity this presents to...